Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Our topic is Box and Cox, that is a play by John Madison Morton. In our previous lecture, we learned that Box and Cox is a farce. Farce is a type of comedy. It is full of fun. It commonly implies highly exaggerated or caricatured types of characters, puts them into puts them into ridiculous and unlikely situations. Now, let's have a brief introduction about the play Box and Cox. Box and Cox is a farce. There are three main characters in the play. So there are three main characters in the play. Number first is John Box. He is a printer by profession. Number second is James Cox. He is a hatter. Hatter, you know, a person who makes and sells hats. And number third is Mrs. Bouncer. She is a lodging housekeeper. Mrs. Bouncer is a lodging housekeeper. She is the owner of an apartment. Mrs. Bouncer is the owner of an apartment. Box and Cox are tenants or lodgers in her house. Box and Cox are tenants, or we can say lodgers in her house. A person who pays rent for the use of a room, building, etc. to the person who owns it. That is called as tenant. So Box and Cox are tenants or lodgers in her house. She rents out the same room to both Box and Cox in her lodging house. Rents out the same room to both Box and Cox in her lodging house. Cox works during the day and returns to the apartment at night. Cox is a hatter and he works during the day. Cox works during the day and returns to the apartment at night. Box is working in a printing press. Box is working in a printing press in the night shifts. He comes to the apartment in morning. So Box comes to the apartment in morning. Mrs. Bouncer actually takes advantage of the different working hours of Box and Cox, and she rents out the same room to both of them. Through this arrangement, Mrs. Bouncer is earning double rent for the same accommodation. So Mrs. Bouncer is earning double rent for the same room, for the same accommodation. Mrs. Bouncer is earning double rent for the same accommodation. Box and Cox meet each other in the morning when Cox is leaving and Box is returning. So Box and Cox meet each other in the morning when Cox is leaving and Box is returning. But each has an impression that the other lives in the attic as projected by Mrs. Bouncer. So each has an impression that the other lives in attic as projected by Mrs. Bouncer. Attic, you know, a room or space just below the roof of a house, that is called as attic. Both complain to Mrs. Bouncer that their things such as candles, matches, coals, sugar are getting finished very fast. So Box and Cox, they complain to Mrs. Bouncer that their things such as candles, matches, wood, coals, sugar are getting finished very fast. Now what happens? Cox is given a holiday unexpectedly by his employer on a day. Cox is given a holiday unexpectedly by his employer on a day. He comes home early and is confronted by Box, who is present there. So he is confronted by Box. There is an exchange of hot words between the two lodgers, between Box and Cox. Each claims to be the rightful lodger. So each claims to be the rightful lodger. Mrs. Bouncer stands exposed. Mrs. Bouncer stands exposed. She tells them the truth that both of them are the lodgers of the same room. So she tells them the truth that both of them are the lodgers of the same room. Now in the next video, we shall discuss the summary of this play. Thank you.